And if you take the reverse of that, we know, starting with this recommended sweet spot of between 7 to 9 hours a night, going in the downward direction, there's a very simple truth, which is that the shorter your sleep, the shorter your life. Mm-hmm. Short sleep predicts all-cause mortality.
Right, which is so ironic, given that the hustle culture. It's all about maximizing those daylight hours, and I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Right,
but
and
you're just
that's
hearkening that death.
Yeah, it's mortally unwise advice. Right. Anyone who tells you that. But to me, I think sleep could be seen as the Swiss Army knife of health. Whatever ailment that you're facing, sleep normally has a tool in the box that can help. And so for me, I think the Shangri-La is perhaps less about trying to elongate lifespan, than it is really about prolonging people's health span. Mm-hmm. Because when you ask most people, that's what they really want when they're trying to sort of, live a clean, healthy lifestyle. They don't want a life with disease and sickness. Mm-hmm. But when you are starting to shortchange your brain and your body of sleep, that's what you're inviting. And the elastic band of sleep deprivation will stretch only so far before it snaps. And if you fight biology, normally you lose. And the way you know you've lost is disease and sickness.
Yeah. The human hubris over all of this, though, is something to behold, because we always think we can find an end run around these things. And as beautiful and magnificent as the scientific method is, it tends to be very binary in its approach, right? So if X, then Y, controlling for variables. But when you're dealing with systems that are so complex, my sense is that oftentimes it leads to unintended negative consequences, right? Like, take this pill and you'll sleep well, but we're not realizing or looking at all these other things that are occurring, and it isn't until much later when researchers like yourself can pull the covers on that and say, this was not such a good idea.
Yeah, pull the covers, no pun intended. And
right.
But I think you're right. There is a very understandable, again, I don't want to sort of be finger wagging or chastise people. If you don't know the science of sleep, I would be just as unknowing. But it took Mother Nature 3.6 million years to put this essential thing called, a 7 to 9 hour sleep need in place. To think that with hubris or arrogance that we could come along and within 5 or 10 years, if we're, forcing medical residents to go through these ridiculous sort of schedules, or, if you're in some other professional industry, that you can just find a way to hack that system is unfortunately misfounded.